All right, you're looking for something affordable. This is the video for you. Stay tuned. We are checking out some Rausch Coleman Homes, soon to be Lennar, depending on when you're watching this video. Lots of great options. We've got incentives, low interest rates, down payment options available, and there's 2, 3, 4 bedroom floor plans. Literally anything you could want is available at an affordable price. So we're in the Bixby neighborhood checking out some of these homes, but we're also going to meet up with Gabrielle later to talk about the nitty-gritty of what makes Rausch Coleman Homes a great company and why it could be the perfect choice for your next home. So stay tuned. We're going to jump right into it. All right, so I'm here with the amazing Gabrielle with Rausch Coleman Homes.
Aww.
Soon to be Lennar, depending on when you're watching this. Exciting news there. But tell me, Gabrielle, what is the most common thing you hear when people come in to a Rausch Coleman home, and what are people looking for?
Yeah, well, people are looking for the ease and the comfort of the process, right? Like we all know it's hard in the resale market, and we just want to be able to make it just a little bit easier, less stressful, so that when you move into your home, you're comfortable and happy and get to fully enjoy, you know, the fruits of your purchase.
Absolutely. So, well, absolutely. Well, and you mentioned like the ease, right? So obviously, let's talk a little bit about the process. So if someone's coming in, they're curious about new construction, what are some of the like common misconceptions, but then also what does that process look like for the average buyer? Yeah,
so I feel like a few common misconceptions are that you show up one time and then basically you never hear from us again, and then you just go to the closing table. But it really is so much more than that. Everything from just kind of catering to what you're looking for, you know, really personalizing and finding the best floor plan, the best options for you. And then having that personal touch every single week up to when you finally own your home. Just having that personal touch and weekly update and just making sure that you're happy and satisfied through the entire process.
Awesome. So weekly updates, that's like you guys send them a photo of the build process, or can they come by and with you and look at it?
So all of the above. Okay. So we do weekly phone calls, minimum once a week. But if you guys want to come up and check out your home every day, every 3 days, every month, you're more than welcome to. And we send photos just at the drop of a hat. So,
awesome. Yeah. Well, now let's talk a little bit about the options available, right? So we're standing in the Fenway, which I know if you've followed me for any amount of time, you know the Fenway is my favorite Rausch Coleman floor plan. I think it's just the most homey, but you guys do have a lot of different options.
Yes.
So let's talk about, you know, at the time of this video, depending on when you're watching this, price range is going to change, but we're in Bixby right now. So what can people expect to pay here in the Bixby area?
Yeah, so I would say really starting in the mid 200s, as we know it's a very popular and growing area, but we also want to be competitive. So you can really get the most affordable new construction right now in the Bixby area.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, and if you are wanting even more affordable options, you guys have some great places out in like Haskell, I believe, and then Kellyville.
Yes.
So what are those prices?
Yeah, so I mean, just depending on where you go, north, south, east, or west, we have houses as low as the 180s, all the way up to the higher 200s. So definitely depending on what you're looking for, your location, we have something for you.
Yeah, something for everybody. I love that. Now, another big question I know people have is the financing portion, right? So I know this, but I'm just going to pose the question, but does Rausch have their own lender?
Yes, so we do have our share of preferred lenders that we use. And with that, you get the perks of using also our trusted title company, and most importantly, incentives for those needing maybe just a little help when it comes to the closing cost.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, some stuff's getting more expensive all the time, so every little bit helps. And I know some of these incentives in some of the neighborhoods right now are pushing like 10 grand.
Yeah, so just depending on what you're looking for, we have up to 10,000. And then we also have a little special something for realtors too, for those areas that we're trying to push just a little more.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I love that you guys partner with realtors, and I've made some videos on this before, because there are some builders that don't like realtors. And then sometimes it can create a little bit of like a friction when a buyer, maybe they've been working with their agent and they love them. And then they come to the builder and the builder's like, let's like try to cut them out, you know? But to me, that's a red flag, because a builder should want to work with realtors, because we are able to give you guys a lot of clients when we just aren't able to find a resale product that works for them.
Exactly. At the end of the day, we want to be that team together, right? So helping our customers or clients get to their goal. whenever that is. So yeah, it's just all about teamwork and working together.
Very cool. Well, I know depending on, like Gabrielle said, it depends on what you're looking for. So there are some neighborhoods that have like pond views. I think there's some neighborhoods that have trails and stuff too.
Yes.
So yeah, definitely something for everybody. Hope you're enjoying this video. So we are in Robinson Ranch, which is in Bixby. Some things to know about the Bixby area. You are south of Tulsa, and there's all kinds of things you could want, from restaurants to nightlife. You have the Bixby Sports Complex, which has tennis courts and basketball courts and a lot of great events out there, like fireworks shows. So you're kind of in the heart of everything without being like downtown Tulsa. So a little bit less hustle and bustle. And if you're, depending on where you're at in this video, there are some really great deals to be had here as well. So if you're interested, reach out to me. And obviously, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. And if you're thinking of making a move to the Tulsa area, I would love to help you make that smooth transition. But let's jump back into the video. So Gabrielle, I'm buying a house, right? I put a contract in today, maybe say it's a vacant lot. How long does it take the whole build process?
Yeah, so generally right now we're aiming for about 120 days or less. Okay. But kind of like we talked about before, we have homes starting at different times. So whether you're needing to move in 30 days or whether you're needing to move in 4 months, we have an option for you.
Yeah. Well, and that's, you guys are a production builder. So if people aren't aware, that just means you're building houses all the time, whether someone contracted on it or not. So that's why you're able to offer such great timeframes, flexibility for people.
Exactly.
Yeah. Appliances. So what can people typically expect as far as appliances with buying one of y'all's homes?
Yeah, so generally what we tend to keep are our gas range, microwave, dishwasher package. So usually what I say is bring in your fridge, washer, and dryer, but know that if you did want to purchase one, you can purchase one through us.
So the option is there. Very cool. Now, one thing we haven't talked about is warranties. I know people are very concerned with structural, all that kind of stuff, and that's part of the allure of new construction. So what is the warranty currently at the time of this video?
Yes, so we have our 210 home warranty, which is known nationally. So not just used through us, but other builders as well. Our 1 year is basically what I call our interior, or what you can see. So everything from the walls to maybe the flooring, cabinets, things like that.
Nice.
Our 2 year is behind the walls. So things like plumbing, electrical, things like that. And then our 10 year, which is our structural. So framing and foundation.
So definitely a lot of peace of mind there. And I think that's what a big draw of the new construction is. Obviously the incentives, it can actually be cheaper in most cases to purchase new construction. Insurance is a little bit cheaper because it's new. So there's a lot of benefits there. And I think, especially in the Oklahoma area, we've seen such a large boom of new construction. And as more people are moving here, definitely you want to get in now, because some of these neighborhoods are selling out pretty quickly. I mean, just about every day I'm scrolling, Gabrielle's posting, other reps are posting like, this one sold, this one sold. So you definitely want to get on this bandwagon quickly and not miss out on a great deal, because I heard just the other day, you guys are building another addition in Bixby pretty soon. So if you can lock in on these homes, that next edition is going to be a little bit more expensive. So they're going to get instant equity if you lock in now.
Exactly.
So, another question on a lot of people's minds is like, do they come with grass? Is it just a house and dirt? And like, do I get a fence?
Yeah, great question. So yes, all of our houses come with full sod. So your entire property from front to back. And then fence wise, we have the option to add fencing. But what I usually recommend is, reaching out to your neighbor maybe first before paying that, just to maybe go splitsies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Save those costs wherever you can.
For sure. Okay. On the subject of financing, sometimes I know there's a misconception, even though it is new construction, you're not actually getting a construction loan. And I'll let Gabrielle touch on that a little bit.
Exactly. So when you're applying, so you're either doing an FHA, conventional, RD, a true home loan, just like a resale, not construction. That's behind the scenes for us to deal with, so that you have nothing but easy experiences from start to finish.
It's way smoother than a true construction loan. So you're really just buying a house that may or may not actually be done yet, depending on which property you lock in on. And it makes that process super smooth. So you can take advantage of FHA's 3.5% down, or Gabrielle mentioned RD. So there are some neighborhoods for Rausch Coleman or Lennar, depending on when you're watching this, that qualify for 0 down. So you actually don't even have to have a down payment, and you can still take advantage of the incentives that we mentioned earlier to get even more savings. So that's where it can be really cost effective to purchase new construction versus going that resale route. And if you do find things in your home inspection where maybe there's, you know, some touch-ups needed or something didn't quite get finished out correctly, then Rausch Coleman can take care of those items, and it's going to be a way more hassle-free process than what you'd be dealing with trying to buy a resale home. Hopefully you have learned something. Obviously, if you have any questions that we haven't already answered, comment them below. We can always make more videos, or if it's just a quick answer, I can get that answer to you as well. If you're interested in purchasing new construction, obviously reach out to us. We'd be happy to get that ball rolling for you. And remember, we are in Bixby, but there are neighborhoods all around the Green Country area in different price ranges. There's different floor plans available, everything even from 2 bedrooms now all the way up to 4 bedrooms. So no matter what your situation is, there is something for you. And remember all those savings that you get. You also, we didn't really talk about interest rates, but you guys do offer very competitive rates as well. So you're gonna have low payments. I know your guys' big thing is it's cheaper than rent, which in most cases is actually true. And you guys know I like to say you're locking in your cost of living. So stop renting. If you're curious about becoming a homeowner, this could be the option you've been waiting for. And you're not going to have to worry about rent increases for the next 15 or 30 years, depending on which loan product you go for. So it's a great option. You're building wealth for your future. And you got, I say building wealth for your future because you can always sell it down the road. You can't sell a rent house. So I'm rambling now. Make sure, comment your questions below. If you're interested, call me. It's gonna be a great time.